Hello there, friends and family. How you doing? Let's not bury the lead this week. Let's just get right to it. In case you missed it, a trade was vetoed this week. I don't know how you can have missed that, but there was a lot of exchange. There was supposed to be an exchange of Cam Newton and Kelvin Benjamin for Jordy Nelson and Terrence West. That was between Uncle Rico and myself. There was a lot of back and forth on the text thread as we were learning a lot about how trades work, and by we, I mean me. This being the first trade I'd ever actually been involved with, and I happen to be the commissioner for it. So I hope you all feel that it was handled fairly. I mean, I know where you stand on this, Uncle Rico, but here's what we learned this week. 1, when you engage in a trade with another team, you have about 72 hours to review that trade in those terms and approve it or reject it. So you can accept the trade or reject it. Once the trade is accepted, however, it goes into trade review and by the rest of the league in order to mitigate any... So what trade review is the rest of the league gets to examine the trade to mitigate any possible opportunities for collusion. And... in this league settings, the league-wide trade review window is 48 hours. So it's 2 days. If the trade receives 4 or more vetoes, the trade is denied, as was the case with ours, Cannon. And as I mentioned in the text thread, I believe the hate is real. Turns out Uncle Rico didn't need the additional value of West and Nelson this week anyway. He pulled out a win on the strength of his 3 New England Patriots: Brady, Gronk, and Blunt. 27, 22, 13 points respectively there. Kudos to Hell Taking You Down, though, who dared to engage in smack talk with Cannon, making the week exponentially more interesting. Make no mistake about it, the anti-trade hate campaign headquarters was located at 3520 64th Avenue, Oakland, California. You win some, you lose some. Stakes on you, Cat. Other news, check this out. What Am I Doing Here recorded her first victory with a win over the 4-1 Scallywags. Doing Here had so many players go off this week. So many players. She left 90 points on her bench. And she still logged 103 points in her lineup. So just think about that. That would be like 190 points by her entire roster this week. That's out of control. Scallywags obviously didn't stand a chance this week. There were a couple of key players on buys, and frankly, it's a good play, Scallywags. I wouldn't want to give up either of those defenses. You just kind of wish you ran Denver instead of leaving the Vikings in on Thursday night. That's all. But anyway, congratulations, Alicia. Let the good times roll. More TDs boasts the second best record in the league after defeating Joe Buck Yourself this week. Buck Yourself posted a respectable 89 points, which would have been better if Carolina didn't give up so many points to New Orleans and wind up giving her a negative 6 points in the defense slot this week. Ugh, we hate the negative point. Make no doubt about it. More TDs. Hennessy is the team to beat this season, and I will get my chance next week, week 7. In this week's Toilet Bowl, that was my team. A Team Has No Name versus Drebin's Ball Smashers. Team Has No Name beat Drebin's Ball Smashers 71-61. It was a lot closer than it really should have been. Being the excellent GMs that we are, we combined for 97 points on our benches this week. And frankly, I'll take luck over skill this week if it means a win. So there you go. For me, snaps a 4-game losing streak, but it puts Allenbaugh into a 3-game slide going nowhere. Finally, in the lowest scoring matchup this week, Defenestrate throws Scum and Villainy out the window of a 10-story building in week 6. Like No Name and the Ball Smashers, they combined for 97 points on their benches too. The loss puts Scum and Villainy on a 3-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the win is Defenestrate's second in 2 weeks, and that gives him a record. So in the overall standings, More TDs claims the top spot this week with 5-1 overall. Meanwhile, Hell, Scallywags, Uncle Rico, and Defenestrate each have a 4-2 record. If this were the playoffs, the positions would be determined by points for that stat line, which I just don't have the updated one, so I'd actually have to do some math, which I'm not going to do. But we'll see. Just click on the the playoff bracket. You'll find out. So there you go. Thanks for playing. I hope you guys are all having fun, and I hope you have a better week in week 7. I'm out.